Next example, so we have 5 over x cubed minus 2 over 3 times x to the 4 plus 1 over 5x to the 7. Okay, so if we're going to have to make a common denominator here, so we see for the numbers it's going to be 15, so we're going to have to multiply it by, I'll do it in 2 steps again. So I'm going to multiply this by 3 over 3, by 5 over 5, and by 15 over 15. So that's going to give us 75 over 15x cubed minus 10 over 15x to the 4 plus 3 over 15x to the 7. So I'm not quite done. We have to make the x's the same now. There's 3, 4, and 7. We want to bring them all up to 7. So we'll multiply by x to the 4 over x to the 4, by x to the 3 over x to the 3, and by nothing, because we're good to go on that one. So it's going to be 75x to the 4 over 15x to the 7 minus 10x cubed over 15x to the 7 plus 3 over 15x to the 7. I run out of paper. So that's going to be equal to 75x to the 4 minus 10x cubed plus 3 all divided by 15x to the 7. Such that, it's the same restriction on every step, x is not equal to 0. Okay. Example 5. 2 over x minus 3 plus 5 over x minus 1. So this is a bit different. That's the thing on the bottom, and that's the thing on the bottom. Remember, our kind of workaround is to multiply by the thing that's not on the other one. So I'm going to multiply this one by x minus 3 over x minus 3. And this one I'm going to multiply by, I'm going to do it on the left side because I don't think I gave myself enough room there, but when you multiply, it doesn't matter which side you put it on. X minus 1 over x minus 1. So what does that give us? That gives us 2 times x minus 1 over x minus 1 times x minus 3 plus 5 times x minus 3 all over x minus 1 times x minus 3. And the denominators are the same. As a reminder, if these two were switched, they would still be the same. So that's going to be equal to, and what we're going to do is I'm going to multiply, no, I won't do it yet. Yes, I will. We're going to multiply these in. So that gives us 2 times x is 2x minus 2. And remember in brackets, I said this on another one, there's kind of, you have to remember that there's always kind of an invisible bracket around the numerator and an invisible bracket around the denominator of an entire fraction. So it's going to be like this, 2x minus 2 plus 5x minus 15 all over x minus 1 times x minus 3. We're not done. Which is then going to be equal to 2x minus 2 plus 5x minus 15 all over x minus 1 times x minus 3, which is equal to 2 plus 5 is 7x minus 2 minus 15 is minus 17. So 7x minus 17 over x minus 1 times x minus 3. there are some restrictions. Let's calculate the restrictions, and it could be from any step, but you can tell from the first step right away that the restrictions are going to be that this can't be 0. So x minus 3 cannot be 0, which means x cannot be 3. And over here we know x minus 1 can't be 0, so x cannot be 1. And those are going to be the only restrictions. So it's going to be 7x minus 17 over this, where x is not equal to 1 or 3. So again, 2 over x minus 3 plus 5 over x minus 1 is equal to 7x minus 17 over x minus 1 times x minus 3. So this is equal to